'cause we are trying to find a way to feel. If I could sleep, I'd dream of what we'd be, but I can feel you slip further from me. Oh, it makes it hard to be when you are all that I want but don't have. And I'll run into the sea, follow this heart that escapes me. It escapes me, and I'm lost. Forget me, all I was, and become everything. All I
I can taste you, I can taste you, words. I can taste you, I can taste you.
Couple of issues for Liverpool in the goalkeeping department though, with first and second choice both absent today. Alisson 50-50 for the season opener next weekend away to Fulham in the Premier League. Kelleher is a while away as well. So Adrian starts in goal for the Reds. Back four of Alexander-Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk and Robertson. Henderson, Fabinho and Thiago, the midfield three, with Salah and Diaz either side of Roberto Firmino in the middle centre forward. Manchester City, no such dramas for them. In between the sticks, Ederson starts in goal as expected. Back four of Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Nathan Ake and Cancelo. De Bruyne, Rodri and Bernardo Silva in the middle, with Mahrez, Haaland and Grealish starting in attack. A debut for Haaland, much talked about over the summer, joining his boyhood club, who of course his father played for as well back in the day. The two teams come out at the King Power Stadium. Wembley not available because of the Women's Euros, of course, so Leicester City's ground is the home of today's Community Shield as the sides make their way onto the pitch. Both hotly tipped, of course, as always, to compete at the top end of the Premier League once again this season. Through the two benches as well, as the players gather around the centre circle for the team photos and all that stuff. For the Reds then, Gomez, Konate, Milner, Keita, Jones, Elliott, Nunes, Carvalho and Davies. No goalkeeper, notably, for the Reds. Manchester City, their bench. New signing Phillips, of course, from Leeds United. Stones, Godongan, Marino, Alvarez, Foden, Mbete, Palmer and Wilson Esbrand. The referee today, Craig Pawson, taking charge of things. Kick-off just moments away at the King Power Stadium for the Community Shield. Jordan Henderson, the Liverpool captain, incidentally, making his 450th appearance today. Not bad at all for the skipper for the Reds. Both sets of fans booing each other's chants, anthems. Blue Moon and You'll Never Walk Alone both played out as the teams get in position. Neither of them getting a very good reception. Jordan Henderson, 450 games for Liverpool in the 449 leading into today. 33 goals, 55 assists, 7 trophies, the all-important stat. 271 wins, 93 draws and 85 defeats. We'll be hoping he can get 8 trophies. No Liam Delap today for Manchester City. He's been the talk quite a bit over the summer about his future. Lots of links that he's going to be joining Stoke City on loan. And he's not in the squad today. That could be an omen for the future. So both sides lining up in their familiar 4-3-3 formations. It's always interesting when these two go head-to-head, particularly any teams that go together with the same formation. It's always interesting to see who comes out on top and how it changes the dynamic of the game. Both playing similar systems. Interesting to note as well, Joe Gomez has been given a new squad number for Liverpool this season. He's now got the number 2 shirt, which he wears on the bench today. And of course, the sad news coming out of the Liverpool camp that Alexander Oxlade-Chamberlain is once again out with another long injury, hamstring problem, 2 to 3 months. If you didn't have bad luck, you'd have no luck at all. So we are moments away from kick-off in the Community Shield, the Charity Shield, as it's often called as well, between Liverpool and Manchester City at Leicester City's King Power Stadium. Just run through those teams once again for you. For Liverpool, Adrian, third choice goalkeeper, starts in between the sticks for Liverpool. Alexander-Arnold at right back, Robertson on the left with Van Dijk and Matip the centre-half pairing. Jordan Henderson, Fabinho and Thiago Alcantara are the midfielders for Jurgen Klopp's side, with Mo Salah and Diaz either side of Bobby Firmino, who leads the line. On the bench for the Reds, Adrian's in goal, of course. On the bench, no goalkeeper for the Reds. Gomez, Konate, Milner, Keita, Jones, Elliott, Nunez, Cavallo and Davies. Manchester City, Ederson in goal, Walker and Cancelo the fullbacks, with Ruben Diaz and Ake centre-half. De Bruyne, Rodri and Bernardo Silva are the midfielders, with Mahrez and Grealish either side of debutant Haaland, who starts his first competitive game for Manchester City. Much talked about Erling Haaland. Jurgen Klopp saying it'll be interesting today because both sides, of course, have a brand new striker. And he said nobody knows how they're going to run. Even their own teammates don't quite know how to measure those runs and how they're going to play just yet as they still integrate into their new teams. It'll be very interesting to see how they got on today. Indeed, Nunez for Liverpool starts on the bench. Interesting comments from Jurgen Klopp as well about the timing of this fixture. Felt it wasn't really fair given that Liverpool's season ended as late as it did. But interestingly enough, has arranged a friendly for next week. Very, very strange decision. It's not something we see very often in the Premier League. Friendlies taking place after the season starts, but it's something Jurgen Klopp felt he needed to do. That's despite the timing of this game, of course. So it is Liverpool to kick us off and get us underway in the 2022 Community Shield at the King Power Stadium. The last game before the brand new Premier League season. The referee blows his whistle. The players take the knee on both sides. Jordan Henderson rises to his feet and gets the game underway. Passes it back all the way to Matip at centre-half, who looks to put a long ball forward on the left-hand side. Firmino tries to flick that on, but loses out. Silva nods the ball forward. Liverpool regain possession. It's now with Fabinho in the middle of the park. Out left. And it's Bobby Firmino drops it down the left-hand side to Robertson. Andy Robertson across to Matip, who just cushions it further wide to Trent Alexander-Arnold on the halfway line on the right-hand side. Fabinho dinks it forward, looking for Salah on the far side. He's won it. Puts it in. Lovely volley into the box. Trying to create something here for Liverpool. Shot blocked from Thiago by the Manchester City defence, and it's hoofed away. Better safe than sorry. Straight up, no messing. And Matip just sees that one out for a throw-in on the far side for Liverpool. Defensive third. And then gives the ball to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who will take the throw-in. He's just waiting for some options to appear in front of him. Fabinho is the easy option, just a few feet away from the fullback. But there's plenty of blue shirts surrounding them. Trent decides to throw it down the line towards the corner flag. Matip drops it to Adrian. And it's not the easiest ball from Adrian back to Matip. He was under pressure, and Matip can only put it out for a throw-in. And it's in an attacking area for Manchester City, this. Both sides nervy so far in the first opening 90 seconds of proceedings. Manchester City take the throw short for Grealish. Looks to try and get into the box, but he's snuffed out by Fabinho. It's a nice ball forward, actually, that from Fabinho for Diaz. Rodrigo comes across and puts the ball out for a throw-in. Manchester City with a nice short throw-in. Now played across to Kyle Walker, who's right in the middle of the pitch at the moment. Ball out to the left-hand side. Manchester City again closed down, not keeping the ball very well at all, and Salah could break away down the right-hand side. Ake's trying to hold him off. He's bought himself some time for his teammates to recover. Drops it down the line, ball into the box. Diaz with a chance. Good block there by Cancelo for Manchester City. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 0, just after 2 minutes played at the King Power Stadium. First shot of the game there. It's a lovely ball in, looking for Diaz. The defence lose sight of it. Diaz has a shot blocked by his namesake, Ruben Diaz. Liverpool can't do anything with the set piece. And it's a throw in now for Manchester City on the halfway line. Walker's bought himself about 10 yards. Throws the ball into the middle for De Bruyne. Looking to counter-attack from this throw in City. Van Dijk puts a leg in there to snuff it out. Ball comes back to him. He heads it again. Second time of asking. Now Liverpool with a great ball to the right-hand side. Mo Salah runs to keep it in play. He's kept it in play. The Manchester City defence have managed to get back well. Salah's in the box. Takes one. Has a shot. Oh, it's in the side netting. For a moment, it looked like Mo Salah had put the ball in from a great, really, really tight angle. Would have been a great finish if it had come off. It's a great ball from Fabinho. And Mo Salah, he's onside. Cuts in past Cancelo, and as Ake approaches, he goes for that top near corner, and it's in at the side netting. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 0. Manchester City trying to pump the ball upfield once again. Fabinho just winning everything, the lighthouse as he's affectionately known. But De Bruyne has got a chance here to slip Haaland through. Good block by Van Dijk, otherwise he would have been one-on-one on his debut. And as they try and recycle the opportunity, De Bruyne he's taken down. It's going to be a free kick to Manchester City, around 40 yards from goal. Mahrez and De Bruyne are both over this one. Could be indirect. Suits a right footer this one. It's De Bruyne who takes it, and there's absolutely nobody anywhere near that. Nathan Ake's complaining that he was tripped as he tried to run towards the ball, but it was a pretty poor delivery in truth by the Belgian. And he goes harmlessly out for a Liverpool goal kick as Mo Salah comes across to get some instructions from Jurgen Klopp. Liverpool kick off the game once again. Robertson tries to free the ball down the left-hand side, but it's blocked well by Mahrez. So Liverpool now with a throw-in, but City are pressing Liverpool in the defensive area and winning lots of throw-ins and forcing Liverpool to have throw-ins themselves. But Liverpool breaking quickly and getting the ball out wide, some diagonal balls up the pitch, which are looking quite promising. I've seen Salah get through once or twice already. Fabinho right back defending now in the defensive third. And he's taken down. Free kick to Liverpool. Foul there by Rodri. Yeah, he's pulled the shirt there. Liverpool get into the box again with Salah, but he had plenty of men around him to stop any potential attack. City now have another throw in, this time in their own defensive area. Mo Salah's not happy, feels like there should have been something given there. Not entirely sure what. Again, City failing with that long ball. Matip this time with the big header away. Liverpool have got plenty of height in those areas. They've got Van Dijk, Matip and Fabinho in front of them as well, winning everything in the air today. Henderson barking the instructions out to his teammates. He's very not happy at all. I won't repeat what he's just said, but he's not happy with what he's seen so far at all, the captain, on this milestone game for him. Ball's back now with Adrian in the Liverpool goal. Plays it out wide to Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's a lovely threaded ball through to Henderson. Tries to flick it onto Salah. Man City regain possession. And again, Fabinho wins it back almost instantly for Liverpool. Him and Trent get the ball to Fabinho. Now Firmino down the right-hand side to Salah. Back to him. Now it's a Thiago in the middle of the park. Plenty of space. Chooses to take Robertson on the left-hand side. Back to Thiago. Liverpool with patient build-up here. Thiago with a lovely long ball out to the right-hand side for Trent. He scuffs it a little bit. Goes a little bit behind Trent. Matip's got the ball now. Looks to dink it into the middle. Overhit. And goes to Ederson in the City goal. He throws it straight out. A lot of urgency here from Manchester City. Ederson just weighing up his options. Goes short to Diaz. Diaz plays it short again to Silva. He's in all sorts of problems here. It looked like he was going to let Salah take the ball off his toes for a minute, but he managed to get the ball away eventually. Ake now back to Ederson again. City just really can't get out of their own box at the moment. And in the end, Ederson frustratingly just decides to launch it up, and it goes out for a throw-in in their own half as well. Doesn't even get past the halfway line. Guardiola not happy with that at all as he goes back into the dugout. Very animated man at the moment. Now Liverpool get it back to their own goalkeeper with Adrian. Lots of backwards passing in the last few minutes. 7.5 gone. Liverpool 0, City 0. Adrian to the right-hand side and Trent with a nod on. Intercepted by the Manchester City midfield, and now the ball goes to De Bruyne. Has a shot into the side netting on the left-hand side. Something of nothing. Both sides at the minute seem to be causing their own problems. Some very strange decisions being made, and that was another one there. Trent was running back towards his own goal. There's 3 blue shirts that crowd him out, and the ball then rolls to De Bruyne. It took a deflection, actually, off Virgil van Dijk to take it wide, looking at the replay, and it will be a corner kick to Manchester City. That was an important block by Van Dijk. De Bruyne will take the corner. He's got Grealish as the short option. Goes longer down the left-hand side. It's Cancelo. Ball's put in. There's a header just wide by Nathan Ake. He managed to find himself free with a bit of space in the box. He goes harmlessly wide for a Liverpool goal kick. He did well there. Van Dijk couldn't get the ball. It was a really good ball in. Van Dijk jumped at full leap. Could not get on the end of that. Ake did well to hope and expect the mistake by the Liverpool man. Got his chance, took it, but it's wide on this occasion as Liverpool get us back underway once more. Matip with a small ball out to Trent Alexander-Arnold, down the right-hand side from him, headed away by the City defence. Fabinho is the man to recycle it, chips the ball over to Bobby Firmino, trying to get the ball past Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker ran past him expecting the pass. Firmino had a gap in front of him, but still tried the pass anyway. Goes off his heel, back to Firmino, to Fabinho. Now Van Dijk with plenty of space, weighs up his options and goes wide right for Trent Alexander-Arnold, who just cushions it back to Matip, back to Arnold again. And back with Van Dijk, who's got the whole half to himself before Haaland charges him down. Plays a short ball to Thiago, threaded through to Mo Salah, who hits a really nice ball out left for Robertson, keeps it in. First touch cross from Robertson into the middle. Diaz was there. crowded out well by the Manchester City defence. Now look to counter-attack themselves. Haaland's got the ball just before the halfway line. Henderson tries to shrug him off but can't. Drops it to Grealish on the left. He's got a little bit of space here. Comes back into the middle of the park. Now it's back with the Manchester City defence, and Diaz on the ball to Ake. There has been, at times, some well-worked and patient build-up from both sides, but at times there's also been some frustrating mistakes. Manchester City still with the ball at the back. Ake down the left-hand side, finally into the attacking half from Manchester City. Rodri. Another backwards pass. Rodri now in the middle of the park with the ball. Everybody camped in the Liverpool half at this stage. Ake on the halfway line with the ball again. 2-3 touches before short pass to Rodri. Rodri with the ball down the right-hand side. Looks to be offside. Kyle Walker. Yep, flag's gone up. Not even waiting for that phase of play before the flag goes up. That was a certainty there for the linesman. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 0 so far at the King Power Stadium. 11 minutes gone in this one. So Adrian takes the kick. 1-2 with Alexander-Arnold. I think both sides need to realise that the opposition are both good pressing sides, and playing it out from the goalkeeper isn't working for anybody so far. All it's doing is cramping everybody up in that box. Liverpool do eventually get it to halfway. Diaz dinks it out to the right-hand side. Mo Salah with a little bit of space, weighing up his options again. Cuts inside, drops it to Henderson. Henderson waits to see Robertson's run, uses him, overhit. Scotsman sliding down to try and keep that one in, gets on the end of it, but can't keep it in play. It's going to be a throw into Manchester City. It's very much what you'd expect for a Community Shield match at the minute. Both sides a little bit nervous, not quite full fitness. There's mistakes creeping in as well. Both managers studying fastidiously the play so far. That's a great challenge there from Van Dijk, who manages to win the ball. City players sort of stand still waiting for a free kick, but it's a good challenge. And as Liverpool try and feed the ball through, there's a handball there and a free kick to Liverpool. I have to say Fabinho so far has been the standout player in the first quarter of the half. He's snuffed out absolutely everything for Liverpool as the free kick is delivered in, and shouts for handball against Fabinho. There's nothing really come of that free kick. Headed away, half cleared. Comes to the edge of the box. Bobby Firmino on the ball now. Drops it to Trent, who drops it further back to Henderson. Plays it left to Robertson. A triangle of blue shirts surround him, and he loses the ball. Henderson tries to win it back off De Bruyne. The ball bounces about, and there's a handball given by the referee. Liverpool think it's for them and take the free kick quickly. The ref brings it back and says no. It is Liverpool's free kick, though. He just didn't want them taking it quickly. And Mo Salah's got the ball on the right-hand side. Drops it down the line to Trent Alexander-Arnold. To Henderson. He's got 3 men on him, but they still choose Henderson. He just passes the ball quickly to Matip, which is where the ball should have gone in the first place, really. Van Dijk now with a long ball up. He's looking for Diaz, who's fouled by Kyle Walker. So it lands then to Robertson instead. Robertson gets the ball back to Thiago. He sees Salah in space on the right-hand side. Floated ball to him. A little bit too slow, that ball. Gave City plenty of time to regroup. Trent now delivers the ball to the far post. Headed on by Robertson into the side netting. Probably should have come across goal, that header from Andy Robertson. But again, another good ball from Liverpool. That is what they're doing well today. Their balls into the box have been very good indeed. Midfield's been where the game's been lacking, in truth. There's been lots of interceptions and changes of possession in midfield. Both defences a little bit too accommodating is the word I would use. They're inviting pressure on themselves in the early stages of this game. 15 minutes gone. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 0. As City try and break down the right-hand side. It's Mahrez, the man who's challenged. It looked to be a throw-in. but there's a free kick given against Thiago. He's as confused as I am. Ake plays it to the left-hand side. Grealish looking to try and take on Trent Alexander-Arnold. Goes defensive instead. That's a shock, given the way the game's gone so far. They choose the defensive option. Ruben Diaz with the ball to Ake. Again, defensive. Just a triangle of passes there with them and Bernardo Silva. And now Grealish is fed through on the left-hand side. Matip holding him off. Trent comes in to support. Drops the ball to Rodri. Now Walker. Plays it right. Mahrez looking to try and get into the box. His ball in is blocked by Thiago, but it's come back to him. Diaz is trying to win it off him, but he can't. Some good play there by Mahrez to keep hold of the ball. Now Ake's got the ball at the back for Manchester City. Drops it down the left-hand side for Rodri, who cuts inside past Salah. Digs the ball in looking for Haaland. Headed away well by Joel Matip. Now Bernard Silva to Ake, to Rodri. Short passes again from City middle of the park. Chipped out wide to Grealish, who's been brought into the game a little bit more in the last couple of minutes. Rodri. De Bruyne. 1-2 with Silva. Grealish in between the Liverpool defence, but held off by Trent Alexander-Arnold. But City keep hold of possession on the left-hand side. Drop to a walking pace. And it's played back again to Ake in the heart of that City defence. With the firepower that City have got, I have to say, it's very strange when they get into the attacking third that they keep dropping it back to the defenders. Kyle Walker now in space on the right-hand side. Again, goes back defensively. I can't understand. He's got the chance there to get the ball into the box and he decides to play it all the way back to the City defence. And we're now back at the halfway line. Liverpool just waiting it out, just waiting for City to keep passing the ball back. And there's a long ball to the left-hand side, overhit. And there's no way Cancelo can keep that in play, and he doesn't. And it'll be a Liverpool throw-in. Trent Alexander-Arnold's picked the ball up. He's going to take this for Liverpool. And again, just waiting to see if an option shows itself. And he's gone for Thiago. Again, two men holding him off, and it puts it out for a throw-in. There doesn't seem to be much movement from either side to try and keep possession. As we get past the 17-minute mark, into the 18th minute now of the Community Shield. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 0. Guardiola out of his technical area, shouting some instructions to his players. Jurgen Klopp stood looking calm and collected, as you'd expect from the German. As I say that, he now complains about a decision, which again you'd expect from the German. Kyle Walker now on the right-hand side. He's got some space. He's got options with him. Mahrez, which is the one he uses. Again, back to the defence. I say defence. It's actually Rodri who's taken the ball, but he's back with the defenders. He now threads it through for Mahrez, who bizarrely gives the ball straight to Liverpool when he's got himself and De Bruyne in space. Both teams tussling for the ball in the middle of the park. Silva wins the battle. Kyle Walker with two Liverpool men on him, trying to get the ball away, struggling. Silva picks up the loose ball. And Ruben Diaz with the ball again for Manchester City. Goes all the way back to Edison in the City goal. That's 3 attacks, I make it, in the last 5 minutes that Manchester City have had, where they've been in a good position and they've chosen to play it all the way back to the defence. And Silva and Rodri are back now, almost as if they're part of a back four with Ake and Diaz. And then just a hoof ball forward to absolutely nobody for Manchester City. The ball goes straight to Adrian in the Liverpool goal. He rolls it out to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Plays a long ball forward looking for Salah, which he does. Salah wins a throw-in. Takes it quickly for Henderson. He's got a bit of space. Puts the ball in. Looking for Diaz in the middle. And it's pushed away by Edison. Luis Diaz was there, looking dangerous for Liverpool. The ball's given back to him now by Thiago. Now Salah, back to Diaz. Diaz twisting and turning around the City defence, struggling to get round. Ultimately failing. Fabinho comes to win the ball back, and it's a foul. And will be a Manchester City free kick on the edge of the box. Ake threads the ball out. Again, overhit by City. That's, again, a distinct difference between the two sides today. When Liverpool have gone long, as far as I can remember, they've had a 100% success rate. It's always been picked up by the target player, which has been more often than not Mo Salah. But Manchester City, complete opposite. I can't recall a time when their long balls paid off. They keep putting it out for a throw-in. That one was nowhere near being kept in play. Went straight into the stand. Nathan Ake. Liverpool again with the long ball to Salah. Nodded down to Henderson. Won again by Liverpool. Now with Diaz on the left-hand side, being held off well by Kyle Walker. And Liverpool win a throw-in. Thrown to Thiago. Plays short pass to Fabinho. And now Joel Matip surges forward for Liverpool. He likes to make those runs. Dropped out wide to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Puts into the middle, looking for Mo Salah at the edge of the box, who plays it back to Trent. Some good pressure there from the City defence. Played out wide to Diaz for Liverpool. Drops it short for Thiago. Looks to play the ball across to Salah and does. On the edge of the right-hand side of the box. Drop to Trent. First touch shot and it's in. It's a goal. And it's a lovely finish by Trent Alexander-Arnold. His first touch shot goes in off the far post. Absolutely nothing Ederson could do about that outswinging shot. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 0. You've got to say as well, Liverpool probably deserve that on the balance of play so far. Manchester City haven't had a shot that I can recall. Ake's header wide is the closest they've come. That wasn't particularly impressive. Liverpool have had one or two good chances, but their crossing has been absolutely exceptional. We saw it there. Great ball out to the left-hand side for Diaz. Drops it short for Thiago. Thiago chips the ball across to Mo Salah at the edge of the opposite side of the box. He drops it to the edge to Trent, just right of centre, and he hits it first touch with his right boot, and it just curls beautifully into the far left post, in off the post. And that's the difference. City have been playing these long balls and switching the play, and there's been no finesse to it at all. It's been very hit and hope by the Premier League champions. Liverpool has been precision every time they've played that ball, and they've won it every single time. And we saw it there as well. Ball to the left to Diaz, successful. Played it back to the middle, played it out wide to Salah successfully. He's dropped it to Trent. They've stretched the play, giving Trent the room to have the shot, and it's succeeded. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 0. 22 minutes gone at the King Power Stadium as Erling Haaland is about to get us back underway halfway through the first half for Manchester City. I've had Trent Alexander-Arnold in my fantasy football team, and I'm unfortunately under the impression that the Community Shield will not count towards my points total, which is a travesty. Not sure what the delay in play is for here, but we're not getting underway just yet. The referee's just asked the players to hold on for just a second. We are now underway. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 0. Trent Alexander-Arnold in the 21st minute with the opening goal of this year's Community Shield. And so poor has been the passing from Manchester City today. They've won a free kick, and Nathan Ake has tried to get the ball to his teammate so they can kick off nice and quick. And it's gone out past the byline, so now City are waiting for a ball to come back for Kyle Walker to take the free kick, which he does, to Diaz. To Ake, who passes it out to the left, but this time it doesn't go out of play. Chip forward now for Grealish, who's beat the offside trap. Gives a little nudge there to Matip to make sure he wins that ball, and he does. Now he's looking to get past Trent. Chips it in to Haaland. Haaland was getting ready for the bicycle kick, and it was a big leg stuck in there by Van Dijk to stop him. That looked to be dangerous for a minute for Manchester City. Liverpool now look to break themselves down the left-hand side. It's Diaz. He's got support. It's not the best ball for Firmino, and it's stuffed out by Manchester City, who play it back to the goalkeeper. Ederson now with the ball forward on the left-hand side. Trent battling with Grealish. Wins that battle, wins a throw-in as well for Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp happy with what he saw there. Big thumbs up from the German. Let's hope that that opener has just livened things up a little bit at the King Power, because it was a little bit too safe and defensive, particularly from Manchester City in that opening 20 minutes. You've got a ball now. Good chance here for De Bruyne on the right-hand side of the box, and he's put it into the side netting. Should have done better with that, the Belgian. He was threaded through. It was a really nice threaded through ball, that, for Kevin De Bruyne. And again, it's Liverpool's fault. Adrian puts the ball up, and it's headed, intercepted by Cancelo. And then Mahrez just slips it through the defence for De Bruyne. Haaland was waiting in the middle as well. He decides to go in it alone at the near post, and it's not even close, to be honest. But you expect to see better from someone who's one of the best players in world football, Kevin De Bruyne. Now Liverpool once again. That's beautiful from Mo Salah. Somehow slides the ball away from his feet when he's down on the ground. Liverpool looking to counter. Firmino's in the box now as a shot, and that's gone woefully wide. I'm hoping for his sake there's a deflection there, because otherwise that's just a poor finish from the Brazilian. But that was beautiful from Salah. He slides the ball through, literally, to Henderson. Drops it into the middle of the D for Diaz, who goes for Bobby Firmino, who just absolutely scuffs it, slices it way wide. Just didn't get the connection he wanted there. And it's a goal kick for Manchester City. 25 minutes gone. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 0. It's a nice cushion ball in from Kyle Walker. Now we're in the middle of the park with Manchester City, playing the ball out wide to Grealish on the left-hand side, twisting and turning, trying to get round Fabinho. Nobody's getting past him today. He's been exceptional in that opening half of the first half. And Liverpool, once again, are benefiting from him turning possession. Diaz does 4 kick-ups, such is the space, charges towards the back line, drops it to Robertson. Robertson plays it back to Thiago. Back to Robertson on the left-hand side, again with plenty of space. Plays it into the middle for Diaz. Diaz out wide right for Matip. Matip threads it through for Henderson. He's got 2 men on him. He's ran between them, slips, gets back up, and gets the ball out to the right-hand side for Mo Salah. I thought the ball had gone out then because everyone just stopped still. But no, it's still in play. It's just he's got that much time. Manchester City have stopped pressing, stopped closing down. And he's now offside. They played it back again for some reason. Mo Salah played it back to Van Dijk, who played it all the way back to Mo Salah, who was then offside. And it's a free kick for Manchester City, which goes along the back line. Ruben Diaz to Ake again. Weighing up his options, and surprisingly goes to Cancelo. Mo Salah just holding him off. Back to Ake. Manchester City quite content just rolling the ball around their defensive half so far. They've now switched to play to Kyle Walker on the right-hand side, who plays it down the line to Mahrez. Lovely threaded through ball from De Bruyne. A great run from him. Looks to play it short to the edge of the box to Grealish, and that's a great run from Thiago, who comes in to intercept the ball. Trent Alexander-Arnold's got the ball now. He's asking people to make a move. He's got plenty of time there. Again, he's in his own box, Trent Alexander-Arnold. There's 4 blue shirts watching him. They're not closing him down. There's no run being made. He could have easily lost the ball there, and that's a great chance for Manchester City. But no, he eventually gets the ball away. City do now have the ball back, and Diaz has it in the centre circle. Thiago and Henderson really putting the pressure on. That's what we like to see. And eventually it works. Liverpool have won a throw-in from absolutely nothing. All that happened there was Henderson was just charging down Diaz and Ake, and they panicked and put the ball out for a throw-in. And that's all Manchester City need to be doing. It's just pressure and press, which we saw in the first 15 minutes, and they've just seemed to have stopped doing it. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 0. 28 minutes gone. Adrian has the ball at the back for Liverpool. Plays it to Van Dijk, who launches one upfield looking for Bobby Firmino, but that was very Manchester City-esque and goes back harmlessly to Ederson. Rolls it to Nathan Ake. Bernardo Silva now has the ball again. Short ball from him to Rodri. Rodri to Diaz. Diaz to Ederson. Ake now to the left of his defensive box. Liverpool pressing. There's 2 Liverpool, 3 make that now in the City box. Pressuring the blue shirts. They do eventually get it away to Kyle Walker. That's a lovely touch from him to get past Robertson. He's now just got to get past Van Dijk, which he's struggling to do. Robertson's now come back to support, forced him to play the ball back down his own line to Mahrez, and Liverpool have got the ball back with Henderson now in the middle of the park. Good pressure there from Robertson. Van Dijk just holding him off, waiting for his teammate to get back in support. And it was a vital decision. It was a well-made decision as well from the man in red. There is now a foul and a free kick to Liverpool. So the free kick's taken. Liverpool have the ball down the right-hand side. Henderson flicks the ball over the defence looking for Salah. I think the flag might have gone up if he'd got there. But it's gone harmlessly to Ederson anyway, who drops the ball to Bernardo Silva on the edge of the box, being held off by Firmino. He's now running to the path of Diaz, who's also holding him off, and played it back where he ran from. Position that's now occupied by Nathan Ake. Plays it short to Rodri. Another 1-2. Back to Ake. Back to Rodri. Now Cancelo on the left-hand side. Back to Rodri again. Liverpool closing them down every step of the way. Switch now to Kyle Walker, who has looked good today when they've played him on the right-hand side. He has made some good chances for Liverpool. Sorry, for City, I should say. Nathan Ake just holding the ball at the back, waiting, plays a long ball forward. I'd be surprised if the flag doesn't go up here against Mahrez. Has the shot. It's a palm stinger and saved well by Adrian. Liverpool now look across to the linesman for the flag, which I don't think is going to come up. You can just see on the replay now, it is a great ball from Ake. Now, I'm sure that's definitely offside. Quite a long way offside, in fact, Mahrez. And the shot looked to be going over the bar, but Adrian couldn't assume anything. It's a great save with his right fist. Liverpool's new signing Nunez just warming up on the touchline. Just routine, I think. Doesn't look like there'll be a change made. Liverpool do eventually take the free kick. The flag did go up in the end for offside. It's another 1-2 back to Adrian from Matip. Plays it to Van Dijk. City have two pressing. Liverpool need to get this away. Thiago is battling for the ball and does very well indeed to beat Rodri, who's been left on the ground. Now the ball is with Van Dijk, who's got a little bit more time. Plays it back to Adrian and Matip. Through for Trent, who clearly didn't hear the shout from Manon. Henderson not happy at all. The ball was given away so easily. He takes a touch when he didn't have time to do so, when it was taken off his toes. And the flag's gone up by the line. It looks as though, yeah, Liverpool are going to get the free kick here. So there was a foul to City, which the referee gave. But then the linesman put his flag up to say it was offside anyway. So Liverpool have the ball. A little bit of a let-off there for Liverpool, but particularly for Trent Alexander-Arnold, because that was a poor moment, lapse in concentration from him. Fullback, of course, got the opening goal today. So Liverpool once again with the ball, back with Adrian to Van Dijk and Thiago through the middle. Again, it's a very, very hard hit pass to Firmino, and his first touch is a loose one because of the pace on the ball. But Liverpool clean up, managed to keep hold of the ball, looking to release Diaz over the Manchester City defence. But it's snuffed out well. Try and recycle it. Trent tries to get the ball to the right. Again, Cancelo intercepts. And that's a good ball to the left-hand side for Silva. Silva sees Haaland in space, chips it into him. Robertson gets back to try and stop him and can't. It's a good effort from the new signing, but it's a good save by Adrian. As he's falling to his feet, he gets a volley onto it. It's straight at the goalkeeper, but given he was off balance, he's done well to connect, and better still getting on target there for Manchester City. Another ball in for Haaland. Again, he slides down and it loops into the air. It's headed on by Silva, but it's a comfortable one in the end for Adrian. Two chances there, though, for Erling Haaland on his debut for Manchester City. On both occasions, he does a flying volley. On both occasions, doesn't connect how he'd like to, but they are on target. They're both saved by Adrian. That first of all, I gave him credit initially, but even more so, watching it back on the replay, the power behind that volley, he does very well indeed to get it away, and there's some good technique in there. He can tell it's a cleanly hit shot. It is straight at the goalkeeper, but in all honesty, in mid-air, there's not a lot more we could have done with that. Now Liverpool once again try and feed Diaz. Nathan Ake with a diving header back to his own goalkeeper, which for a minute looked as though it could have been intercepted, but it is back to Ederson, who rolls the ball to Bernardo Silva. And De Bruyne in the middle of the park. Kyle Walker stops it going out for a throw-in. Plays it back to Diaz, to Ake. I firmly believe that the majority of Manchester City's pass completion today has been between the two centre-halves. Ake now back to Diaz again, case in point. Diaz with a long ball for Grealish. Takes the touch. Cancelo, in fact, on the left-hand side. Trying to get round the defence. He's been forced away from goal. Now drops it to Grealish. Grealish to De Bruyne. De Bruyne again trying to feed Haaland. And Thiago gets something on it, and it bounces harmlessly to Adrian in the Liverpool goal. He's made a couple of impressive saves today. The third choice goalkeeper now for Liverpool. And no goalkeepers on the bench either. Ake chasing the ball down to get it away, and he does, over his own head to Cancelo. Plays it through back to Diaz. It's a lovely threaded ball. It's just a shame it's gone the wrong way for Manchester City once again. It's now all the way back to Ederson. And in the end, they've put it out for a throw-in. So Liverpool with a good chance here. Trent Alexander-Arnold throws it down the right to Salah. Salah, first touch shot, across rather into the box. Headed away by Manchester City, out for a Liverpool throw-in. As the clock ticks past 36 minutes now, played at the King Power Stadium. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 0. Liverpool with the throw-in back defensively. Van Dijk. Now it's out on the left-hand side with Diaz. Plays it short to Thiago, back to Diaz. And now back to Robertson and Van Dijk. Haaland puts the pressure on. It's not the best pass in the end from the Dutchman. And it goes out for a Manchester City throw-in. And that's the sort of pressing we were expecting to see from Manchester City, which we haven't seen for the majority of this first half. It paid off there, and they've now got the ball back. Cancelo in the middle of the park looking to do something with this. And Diaz out wide right to Kyle Walker. Back to Diaz. Again, they choose the safe option. It goes all the way back to Nathan Ake now. Walker was about 30 yards from goal, and now we're 30 yards from the opposite goal. Cancelo on the left-hand side gets round one. Round two, puts the ball in. It looked dangerous for a moment. Van Dijk clears the ball away. Matip got the slightest of touches off it, just to take it away from the path of Haaland. And Van Dijk, no nonsense, just loops it out for a throw-in on the far side. It was a great surging run from Cancelo. Past Henderson, past Trent Alexander-Arnold, and a low ball into the box. Looked dangerous there for a second. But again, well defended by Matip and Van Dijk, who've been really, really solid today for Liverpool in that back line. Now, Ruben Diaz with the ball on the centre circle for Manchester City. He chips it out to the left-hand side for Cancelo. His ball into the box, headed away once again by Matip, who's not letting anything past him today. But City recycle it. There's a chance here for Mahrez, but it's blocked by Robertson. Him and Haaland linking up there to create that chance. Kyle Walker keeps it in play instead of letting it go out for a throw-in. Plays it back to De Bruyne, 30 yards from goal. Chips it in looking for Grealish. Grealish mistimed his run, and it goes out eventually for a throw-in to Liverpool on the far side. Trent in no rush at all to take this for Liverpool, with 7 minutes till half-time. Plus added time, of course, which I don't think there'll be a huge amount of. Minute, maybe two, to add on at this stage. Ball forward looking for Bobby Firmino. He's pulled to ground, but nothing given. Ball now back with Ederson for Manchester City. Cancelo with a long ball down the left-hand side for Grealish. That's a really nicely hit ball. Grealish with Matip and Trent to beat. Tries to cut inside, drops it to De Bruyne on the edge of the D. Sees Mahrez on the right-hand side and uses him. Mahrez in the box, coming towards the 6-yard box. Hits a low, unexpected effort, but Adrian was on his toes ready. Gathers that with relevant ease. Robertson just trying to hold him off, and it was a tame effort, but Adrian must have seen that late, and it didn't look as though he was going to hit it. There's good reflexes there from the Liverpool goalkeeper. Adrian, of course, when he joined the club, unexpectedly was thrown into the first team with the injury to Alisson, and absolutely excelled in the role. Became a bit of a cult hero. Lost his backup place to Kelleher last campaign, but once again has stepped up when needed, and he's looked very, very competent indeed again today for Liverpool. Some good saves from him so far. So Manchester City again with the ball in the defensive third. Diaz to Ake, backwards. So backwards again now to Edison. I'm amazed that Manchester City haven't put it behind their own goal once or twice and just passed it to their own fans, but there we are. Edison now with the ball in his own box. To Ake, back to Edison. Plays a long ball up looking for Haaland, who's held off well by Van Dijk. Matip then just sweeps up and drops it to Adrian. De Bruyne tries to press. Ball's taken off Trent Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool appeal for a free kick, not given. Grealish at the edge of the box, drops it to Haaland. Heavy touch from him, and Matip gets the ball away. Should have done better with that, the debutant. City have got the ball back, and this time it's with Mahrez. He's got 4 players in on the box. The ball's taken off him. Again, appeals go up for a penalty this time, but it's just a simple block by the Liverpool defence. The referee now, as the ball goes out for a throw-in, just pauses play. Yeah, Mahrez here, trying to get past Robertson. In the end, it's Thiago that gets in the way of his run. I have seen those given, I have to say. And there was 1 or 2 sideways looks towards the referee from the players in red. But nothing given there. Ref not interested. Klopp now having a chat with the 4th official. Play stopped because of that initial challenge on Trent Alexander-Arnold, which led to the chance in the first place. He's not got up from that. Klopp isn't happy about the way it's been handled. And he's letting the 4th official know. Trent's now back on his feet. The referee is in conversation with him and the skipper, Jordan Henderson. It's Cancelo that won the ball off Trent. And yeah, you can see that he gets the man, not the ball. Just goes in sort of the mid-calf area of Trent Alexander-Arnold, just as he was shaping himself to pass that ball to a teammate. But nothing given, no bookings. Liverpool with the ball. I think it's fair, to be honest. I think it was a foul. It didn't lead to anything in the end. And I think a booking would be excessive in that situation. So Liverpool take the free kick, so the throw-in on the far side. And it goes all the way back to Adrian. And now it's on the right-hand side looking for Salah, but it's overhit. And Cancelo will just play that comfortably back to his own goalkeeper, Edison. 2.5 minutes left, plus added time in the first half. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 0 at the King Power Stadium. The home of Leicester City, of course. One-time Premier League champions, and same as Liverpool. Edison now with the ball to the left-hand side. Cushioned back by De Bruyne. Bernard Silva gets round Firmino. Plays a long ball to Kyle Walker, who again is in space on the right-hand side. Tries to get down the right wing, but again, Luis Diaz is equal to him. Rodri with a 1-2 with De Bruyne. Now Silva sweeps the ball to the left-hand side for Grealish. Grealish again trying to get past his men and can't. Liverpool have been really resilient defensively today, and they've got the ball back. Fabinho threads it out to Mo Salah on the right-hand side. Diaz is making a run through the centre. He's now straight offside. Salah goes in it alone and wins a throw-in. He's not pleased with himself for losing the ball there, but he did well. He got 2 blue shirts on him. In fact, he does go out for a Manchester City threat. He's taking a nick off the Egyptian. Kyle Walker again on this right-hand side. Diaz comes over to stop him, and he forces him back to his namesake, albeit spelled differently, Ruben Diaz. Now it's a long ball to the left-hand side for Cancelo. Chests that down. Waits, deliberates, and drops the ball to Bernard Silva. Rodri now to the right-hand side again. Walker's peeled off with plenty of space. Again, those forced back to Diaz and Ake. And now Cancelo on the left-hand side. Mo Salah comes to try and put him off. It's a ball across looking for Mahrez on the right-hand side. Headed behind by Andy Robertson. There's a lot of questions about how Liverpool would get on without Sadio Mane. The answer so far, as we enter the 45th minute of the Community Shield, is okay. 1-0 up against the reigning Premier League champions and their main rivals for the title this season, as the corner's taken by Manchester City, headed away by Matip. Bernardo Silva tries to get the ball back in, and he's challenged by Diaz. It's a throw in to City. Thrown to Mahrez. Mahrez shrugs off Diaz, drops it to De Bruyne, chips it in. And a chance here for Rodri. Gets the ball across the 6-yard box, but it's comfortably held by Adrian in the Liverpool goal. The scoreboard goes up to tell us 2 minutes will be added on at the end of the first half. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 0. Trent Alexander-Arnold with the only goal of the game so far in the 2022 Community Shield. Adrian volleys the ball up looking for Salah. He goes to ground. Cancelo wins that one. Bit of a tussle there from Fabinho trying to win the ball back, and Grealish wins the free kick. Both sides criticising the referee there. Liverpool not happy that it's a free kick. City not happy that there's no card. City gets back underway. Rodri to Ake. Cancelo on the left-hand side uses the outside of his foot to loft the ball down the line looking for Haaland, but it's gathered easily by Matip, who puts the ball down the wing himself. Headed back, Henderson intercepts. Trent tries to clear the ball away, but it's hit low, and Bernardo Silva wins that for City. Tries to get the ball out to Grealish. Liverpool again shrugging him off. Grealish with his hand on Firmino's neck there, which is a bit weird.
Cause we are trying to find a way to feel. If I could sleep, I'd dream of what we'd be. But I can feel you slip further from me. Oh, it makes it hard to be when you are all that I want, but don't have. And I'll run into the sea, follow this heart that escapes me. It escapes me, and I'm lost. Forget me. All I I can't wait forever. Old habits are hard to break. I'm losing faith. Maybe we're better off this way, but I'm still all I was and be traveling the mountains just to find the loudest seas. We set down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. I remember the ocean, memories die out too hard. But we were traveling the mountains just to find the loudest seas. We sat down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club.
Looking to clear this through Andrew Robertson rather, and do. Kyle Walker tries to head it back down the line and fails. He's managed to keep hold of the ball though, Walker. Very tenacious there from the England defender. Okay, to the left-hand side. Cancelo with a little bit of space. Got Grealish in support. Uses him on the overlap past Trent Alexander-Arnold. He keeps it just in on the byline. And looks like he's going to be forced back to Cancelo here. And he goes even further, in fact, to Ake at the back. Rodri chips the ball in, looking for Mahrez, who's got a bit of space, takes the touchdown. Mahrez pushed away by Adrian and cleared away in the end by Fabinho. It's a good move there from Riyad Mahrez. Liverpool try and get the ball away. City keep the ball at the halfway line, but it's going to bounce harmlessly for Trent Alexander-Arnold to let that one go out for a throw-in. Some very interesting stats as well at half-time. Expected goals, which is all the rage nowadays in football, has Manchester City at 1.5 and Liverpool at 0.3. But it's Liverpool who lead. And Aaron Haaland had the least touches of any player in the first half with 8. Mo Salah with 100% pass rate, 100% success rate with his passing, his movement, going past the man, everything was 100% for the Egyptian. He's looking very good indeed in that first half. Manchester City with the ball defensively. Nathan Ake plays it all the way back to Ederson. Back to Ake. Manchester City look really rusty in that first half. Liverpool, lots of people saying online, look like they haven't been away. Looking really, really impressive, the Reds. In truth, they haven't really been away, have they? It was a very short pre-season, of course, for Jurgen Klopp's side. Could that benefit them, perhaps, as we start the new campaign? Henderson plays the ball out to Robertson on the left-hand side. Plays it down the line to Diaz, who looks to try and cut inside, being held off by Rodri at the moment. But he keeps going, he keeps going. He beat 3 City players before he's eventually fouled by Riyad Mahrez. There'll be a Liverpool free kick on the left-hand side. He's looked very impressive again today. Liverpool's newish signing, Diaz. So Robertson is over this one. He'll swing this into the box. Trent's also stood over the ball. It's all about what swing they want on this. Do they want it out swinging or in swinging? Right footed or left footed? Trent steps over the ball. Robertson left footed into the far post. Fabinho challenges Ake in the air, loses out, but it drops to Salah on the far side, who puts it in with his left foot. Chance there for Bobby Firmino to head it on, but it's cleared away by Manchester City. Now Henderson will recycle it with the ball to the left of the box, looking for Robertson to head on. He loses out in the air. Diaz will try and keep this in play. It's a real tussle there with Bernardo Silva, and the referee gives a free kick to the Manchester City man. 4 minutes played of the second half. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 0. They roll it along the back line once more via the goalkeeper to Ake. And now Ruben Diaz. Back to the goalkeeper again, who puts it out for a throw-in on the far side, which has been the story of Manchester City's day, to be honest. Rolling it along the back line and putting it out for needless throw-ins. It's been a really poor showing from Manchester City today. Not that we can ever read too much into this game, because it's not to say that City are going to drop out of the top 4 because they've lost today, of course. But they look very rusty indeed. I'd be happy if you're playing them in the opening few fixtures based on what we've seen today. Let's put it that way. Now, Trent Alexander-Arnold has the ball, decides to switch the play, but doesn't realise just how infield Robertson is. Otherwise, it was a nicely weighted ball to switch the play to the far side. He goes out for a throw-in. De Bruyne receives the throw-in, being held off by Fabinho. Drops it to Bernardo Silva, who is challenged, and a free kick's given by the touchline just inside Liverpool's half. Bernardo Silva with the best pass Manchester City have made today to give him the ball for the free kick. There is movement on the sidelines for Manchester City. Whether or not we'll see a change soon or not, yet to be seen. Jack Grealish fouled by Matip. Referee comes over to have a word and to put the shaving foam down. Yeah, there's a bit of pulling and pushing there between the two players. On balance, I think a free kick to Manchester City looks fair. De Bruyne is stood over this. Why they bother with the shaving foam, I don't know, because he's just taking it the wrong side of the line. It's dropped to the left-hand side. De Bruyne with a nice overlapping run, and it's a corner. It's put out by Andy Robertson. Manchester City from the corner. And it's De Bruyne who's going to take it. And it's a good delivery to the back post. Looking for Ake, who doesn't put his head at it. For some reason, he goes with his left boot, as if he's clearing the ball away. And Trent Alexander-Arnold graciously receives the loose ball and gets it away from danger. Bit of head tennis in the middle of the park. Van Dijk heading it back up the pitch. There's appeals there from Van Dijk for a foul, not given. Manchester City pick the ball up in the centre circle. That is given. A foul on Rodri, and it will be a Manchester City free kick. Rodri takes the free kick quickly and short. Now it's spread out wide to De Bruyne. He's got a bit of space, but again, doesn't put the afterburners on, just sort of strolls down the line before he's closed down, plays it backwards to Cancelo, and Ake and Diaz, back to Ake. Liverpool put the pressure on, and Ake eventually has to put it back to the goalkeeper. It's a good press again from Jordan Henderson, Liverpool skipper, who at times today, with his pressing, has been the highest man up quite often, but he's never been caught out of position. He's back already. As Liverpool put the ball out to the left-hand side, and Diaz drops it to Thiago, and now Robertson chips it over everybody and back to Van Dijk. And Adrian hits it long and central, and City's defence can't get rid, and now it's spread out wide to Mo Salah. A little bit overhit for Liverpool striker, but he keeps it in play, drops it to Henderson, who's running into the box. Back to Salah. Salah just trying to get into a crossing position. He's being pulled all over the place there. Drops it eventually to Henderson, back to Salah. And now into Trent in the box, takes a touch, uses his left foot, tries to hit the ball, and it's blocked to the left-hand side for Thiago. Tried the shot there, the fullback could have got a brace for himself. It's back with him now on the left-hand side. Threads it through, looking for Firmino. Looked dangerous, good ball, good thinking. Cleared away relatively easily by City. Liverpool still have the ball. It's Robertson on the left-hand side with a low cross. Slid out by Ruben Diaz. And Liverpool win a throw-in on the far side. City just can't get rid of this attack. Some very good play. Thiago shielded that one out in the end for the throw-in. Now Van Dijk's got it for Liverpool. To Matip. Threads it through the midfield to Henderson, who makes the run to the right. 1-2 with Alexander-Arnold. Then with Bobby Firmino. Then dinks the ball in, looking for Diaz. A little bit overhit. Goalkeeper gathers that one. City playing themselves into trouble again. The goalkeeper just throws it straight to Silva, who's got two men on his back. It's offside, a couple of yards offside there past Ruben Diaz. Nathan Ake holding the line well. But yeah, hairy moment there for Edison. He does get the ball first. Yeah, he would have got away with that one. I'm just looking now. Yeah, he gets the ball, then the man. Good goalkeeping, in fact, by Edison. That really well timed. So, taken short to Ake. 1-2 back to the goalkeeper. Now with Rodri, who's taken down. Liverpool get the ball back, but the referee gives the free kick. Didn't look to be anything in that, in truth. So, albeit offside, but an interesting run there from Núñez, his first involvement as a Liverpool man. Looked lively. A bit too lively, that's why I was offside. So, City on the right-hand side now. Walker looking to do something with the ball. There's no options for him. Rodri is the short option, which he takes. Bernardo Silva back to Rodri. This all in the middle of the park. And now it's chipped left for Nathan Ake, who plays the ball down the line for Cancelo. Infield to De Bruyne, back to Cancelo, who's got a bit of space on the left. And instead of trying to beat his man, though, again, hesitant, back to De Bruyne. Lovely curling ball over the top from De Bruyne. But it's well blocked by Robertson, who puts the ball down the right-hand side for Diaz. Diaz pacing down the wing. He's beat his man. Rodri's given up on him. And now he plays it across for Salah, who's got plenty of space. It's overhit. That was a really, really dangerous looking chance for Liverpool, but he's overhit the ball to Salah. Plays it now back to Fabinho and Trent Alexander-Arnold with the ball. Plays it left to Van Dijk. 1-2 with Robertson. Van Dijk on the left wing right now. Diaz, Thiago, Van Dijk in a triangle of passes. Now Matip on the centre circle. Hits it long and high to Salah. It's a loose first touch, but City nowhere near him. And gets away with that one. Drops it to Henderson. Henderson chips it looking for Núñez. Wasn't on the same wavelength there. And it's harmlessly now back to the Manchester City goalkeeper. Jurgen Klopp saying before the game it'd be interesting to see the game pan out with Haaland and Núñez both brand new to their new clubs. He was saying that nobody, even their own teammates, quite know what to expect and how to plan the movement and expect the run. And that's certainly been the case for Haaland today, and early suggestions are it's been the same for Núñez. Ball down the right-hand side looking for Alvarez for Manchester City. But Liverpool intercept that and play it back to Adrian, who puts it out for a throw-in. Haaland picks that up and looks to take it quickly. I think he's been advised to leave it for a teammate, which he has. Thrown into the middle of the park for Bernardo Silva. Cancelo on the left-hand side plays it to Foden, who gets to the edge of the box, drops the ball for De Bruyne. Back to Foden. Cancelo plays it wide, looking for Walker, and again, ball too slow, headed away by Liverpool. I don't know whether City have been poor with the distribution or Liverpool have just been exceptional with their interceptions, to be honest. But it's been one of those games for Manchester City where there's just not had any rhythm to it. They've not got into a decent flow. They've not strung together any passes to right home back. And again there, Foden with a routine pass gives the ball away. Liverpool with the ball again. City trying to press but not doing particularly well. Salah looks to counter-attack with the ball for Núñez. But Nathan Ake puts a leg out. And it's a Liverpool throw-in. Halfway through the attacking half. Into the 64th minute of the game. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 0. Trent Alexander-Arnold, who takes the throw-in, the goal scorer in the first half. Throws it back to Matip, who plays it back to Adrian in the Liverpool goal. Who just puts his foot on the ball. Just waited and waited and waited and eventually hits the ball long. Looking for Diaz. Oh, and it's a poor bit of defending that from Manchester City. And now Henderson's got the ball. Feeds it through to Núñez. Núñez 1-on-1. Núñez, great effort from... It's a brilliant save. Edison comes storming off his line, makes himself big and blocks it. Great run from Núñez. Wonderful ball from Henderson. Maybe should have put a bit of a dink on that one, Núñez. But great stop by Edison. Now De Bruyne tries to get past the man. He's ended up handball as he tries to put the ball past Henderson. Henderson blocks the pass. Bounces up and hits the Belgian's arm, and it's a free kick to Liverpool. Núñez, you can see, visibly frustrated with himself here. He gets the ball. He just puts some height on it. It's actually the face of Edison. He gets underneath the ball to chip it over the goalkeeper, He's so unlucky with that, but it's a great bit of goalkeeping by Edison, and he seems to be struggling with it. It's hit him right in the face, and he's just tweaking his nose. He's crouching down, trying to sort his nose out as we speak. So Liverpool just waiting to take this free kick. But he was quick off his line. It was a great ball. Bad defending from Manchester City. It was a long ball forward, and they've blocked it, but it's just dropped to Henderson with all the space and time in the world. And Núñez just splits the defence open. Ball through to him, one-on-one. Edison is still struggling here. He's just putting some water on his face and his eyes as well. But yeah, he just left Ake for dust, Núñez, and he did the right thing. He's got underneath it, looked to lift the ball over the goalkeeper. And straight into the face of Edison. He's looked dangerous, Núñez, in the 5 minutes he's been on the pitch. He's had a couple of chances now. He was offside for the first one, but he's caused problems. He's had that chance there as well. And you've got to say, 5 minutes into a game, when you come off the bench, it takes some time to integrate and get involved anyway. When you're a brand new signing, that takes time to gel. So for him to come into this game against the most formidable opponent he's likely to face this season, you don't expect instant impact. For him to have been on the end of two chances and narrowly miss out, one by an offside and one by a nose, is quite impressive. And his movements look very good indeed. He's already been involved in more chances than his other debutant counterpart for Manchester City, Erling Haaland, who, as I mentioned earlier, had the least touches of any player in the first half. He had two half chances, both on target, but both comfortably saved, one of which, according to the goal predictors, should have resulted in a goal. Núñez himself had a couple of chances matching Haaland, but it only took him 5 minutes. It took Haaland an hour. Foden again, giving the ball away there to Henderson. Liverpool win a throw-in. Henderson's 450th Liverpool appearance. Looks to be a win and a trophy lift as it stands. We'll be seeing the stutter come out again from Henderson. So Trent Alexander-Arnold will take the throw-in for Liverpool. It's a nice one over the top, looking for Salah. Headed away. Núñez intercepts. Again, it's picked up by Rodri, and now back to Edison. Time ticking on for Manchester City as we head into the 68th minute of the game. That's a really nice ball from Edison, all the way through to the centre circle and De Bruyne, but his ball is wayward and picked up by Robertson. Back to Adrian. Dinked over to Trent, who nods it on. And he's managed to find Salah, he's got round two. Cancelo eventually gets the ball back. There's a nice bit of movement there from Mo Salah. Henderson intercepts the ball, but it's a heavy touch on the interception, and it's now with Ake. Drops it to Ruben Diaz. Now Cancelo on the left-hand side. And Foden. Foden looks to switch the play. And indeed he does, and it's nodded down by De Bruyne to Walker. Nice 1-2 there. Now Rodri in the middle of the park. Fabinho slides in and forces him to play it back to Nathan Ake. Bernardo Silva now on the ball in the middle of the park. And Ruben Diaz looks to feed it through to Haaland. Fabinho gets in the way, but then Haaland wins it back, drops it to Bernardo Silva. Cancelo on the left-hand side has the ball now, looking to get around Trent Alexander-Arnold. Goes past him, but he's been pushed away from the box. Chips it over to Walker. Heads it down to De Bruyne. First touch cross from De Bruyne. Looking for Foden. Adrian gets an all-important glove to it, pushes it away, chases it down, can't get there in time and has to kick it out for a throw-in. He gets back into his goal. Cancelo now, about 30 yards from goal, running towards the middle, cuts back on himself, drops it to the left-hand side for Bernardo Silva. Dummies across, trying to get past his man, but Henderson stays tall. Foden gets the ball in low, shouts for handball. It was headed down by, I think it was Matip, went down for the header. And Liverpool look to break on the left-hand side. It's Diaz, still Diaz. Ake gets a touch in. Eventually, Kyle Walker can get the ball away. Núñez was there in support as well. And now Gonzalo just goes past the halfway line for City. Again, such a poor ball forward. Haaland's making the run. There's a gap for him to run into. There's a gap for the ball to be played through. And it goes straight to the Liverpool back line. But Liverpool now, as they clear it, give the ball away. City pick it up again in their own half. Bernardo Silva looks to play it out wide for Alvarez. Heads it down to Haaland. Haaland now to De Bruyne. De Bruyne chips it to the far post. Foden in the middle. He's got a great chance there. And it's a great save. Have they got it in there? They've got it in. And the flag does go up eventually. I was waiting for the flag, and there it was. Lots to talk through there. It was a great ball in. Foden really should do better. He's right in the middle of the goal. Volleys it straight at the goalkeeper. Adrian gets a leg to it. The ball in from De Bruyne on the right-hand side. Foden comes in, volleys it straight at him. It comes off his knee. And as Adrian goes in, he gets two hands on the ball. And it's poked out of his hands by Foden, and then Alvarez comes in and puts it in the back of the net, and then the referee does blow for the free kick. I had to pause when it hit the back of the net because I was fully expecting that. Adrian clearly has two hands on the ball, but Foden goes in anyway. He ends up dropping it, and Alvarez puts it in the back of the net. And it looks as though I think they are now just double-checking with VAR to confirm whether or not they are going to rule this out. I think the argument here is although Adrian does have two hands on the ball, he does then spill it. As he pushes it down his torso towards his knees, it leaps out from underneath him. The question, I think, is that because of the pressure that Phil Foden put on the Liverpool goalkeeper, or was it just an error from Adrian? And it's quite difficult to tell because Foden goes in, he doesn't touch the ball as such, but is it enough that he touches the man that it means he then spills the ball? That's why it was a late decision, because the referee wanted to wait and consult VAR over this one. He is now in discussion with Kyle Walker. Jordan Henderson's gone over to join that conversation as well, as the Manchester City bench anxiously watch on. Alvarez waiting to see whether his celebration was in vain. Manchester City fans making their feelings known, again not broadcastable. Referee just waiting for instructions from VAR. It's a lengthy check, this one, which often lends itself to, we'd like you to look at the screen, which then lends itself ordinarily to an overturned decision. And City have the goal. The referee has given the goal. VAR have overturned it. It is Liverpool 1, Manchester City 1. Alvarez, super sub for Manchester City with the goal. There's a ball in from De Bruyne. Foden in the middle of the box, one-on-one. Hits a volley straight at Adrian. Adrian then saves it with his knee. Goes to ground to gather the ball. Gets two hands on it. Foden challenges. He then loses the ball. And Alvarez just puts it in the back of the open net. Initially given as a foul on the goalkeeper. VAR saying he spills it of his own volition. And it's Liverpool 1, Manchester City 1. Manchester City, I think, might be making a substitution here as well. Gundogan is going to be coming on, replacing De Bruyne, who's not been at his best today, but he's been a standout for Manchester City nonetheless. And Harvey Elliott, I think, is going to come on for Liverpool, as is James Milner, both ends of the career spectrum. James Milner and Harvey Elliott coming on for Liverpool. Making way are Jordan Henderson on his 450th game for the Reds, and the goal scorer Trent Alexander-Arnold. Both managers just shuffling the pack, keeping everybody fresh for the start of the season next week. So we're back underway. Liverpool with the ball at the back with Adrian, who hits it looking for Milner on the right-hand side, and it is way, way, way overhit. It's out for a throw-in. Which Manchester City take. And now a free kick on Foden. Looked to be off the ball. Foden back on his feet, but moving gingerly. Gundogan Plays the ball back to Ruben Diaz. Now Rodri. Back to Gundogan. And Ake, who's not looked particularly confident today, being charged down by Harvey Elliott. He's back now with the goalkeeper, who plays it up the field. Foden's got the ball. He's got Cancelo down the left. He chooses to go right, looking for Alvarez, who gets the ball in the box. Turns looking for Haaland. Played away by Andrew Robertson. Just a week until the Premier League season gets underway, of course. Liverpool open their season away to Fulham, whilst Manchester City have to wait until the Sunday when they travel to West Ham. Kyle Walker on the right-hand side with the ball for City. Plays it to Gundogan. Now out wide to Bernardo Silva, who looks to make a run into the box. Gets into the box, past Fabinho. Plays it across the face of goal, and it's into the top of the net. And out for a goal kick. 15 minutes left in the Community Shield. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 1. Trent Alexander-Arnold in the first half with a phenomenal finish in off the post. And just moments ago, Alvarez on the back of a spill by Adrian in the Liverpool goal to level things up for City. Mo Salah out wide to Harvey Elliott. He's got Núñez in support, uses him. Núñez with the ball in the box, tries to play it across for Diaz. Blocked out for a Liverpool throw-in. Of course, got a debutant striker apiece in this second half. Núñez coming on around the hour mark. Haaland, of course, starting today for Manchester City. Harvey Elliott's got the ball now. Plays it back to Joel Matip. And across to Robertson, who's pulled in field just a little bit. And now out wide for Diaz. Back to Robertson, his more natural left position. Van Dijk and Matip play it along the halfway line. Harvey Elliott with the ball once again. Salah tries to flick it over the defence to Milner, and it's pretty poor from the Egyptian, and that's out for a goal, for a throw-in. Excuse me. Haaland with the back heel. It's given away. There's no need for that, really. Plenty of easy options. Thiago with the ball. Diaz on the left. Gets it through to Robertson. Back to Diaz. Back to Robertson again with a bit of space to get the ball in, and he does. Núñez looking for the jump, and he's blocked out well there by the City defence, who can now counter-attack down the right-hand side. Alvarez on the ball again. He's looked lively since he's come off the bench. Haaland and Foden in support. He delays, dithers, eventually goes to Gundogan under pressure. Rodri. Gundogan being pressured again. City taking too much time over their passing at the moment. Nathan Ake now. 1-2 with Cancelo. And now Rodri to Kyle Walker. Probably been Manchester City's best player today, Kyle Walker. Certainly not made the mistakes that we've seen elsewhere on the field. Again rolled along the back line. Nathan Ake now. Gundogan. Lots of safe possession-based passing from Manchester City. Chipped out wide to Bernardo Silva, who's playing further wide than we've seen in the earlier stages of the game. Drops it to Walker. Walker now to Rodri. Rodri plays a lovely long ball out to the left-hand side. Cancelo chests it down. Gets it under control. Passes it past Milner. Looking for Foden. Harvey Elliott's back and intercepts. Drops it to Milner. Milner being pulled by Foden, but keeps him off. Then drops it to Elliott. Elliott back to Adrian. There's two for City coming into the box, so Adrian has to put it out for a throw-in. And he's not particularly happy about it. 1-2 there with Cancelo and Gundogan. Again, but on the back four now. Ruben Diaz. Kyle Walker. Walker down the line for Bernardo Silva. Back into the middle with Rodri. Back out wide to Walker. Walker to Ruben Diaz. Diaz to Gundogan in the centre circle. Plays it left to Nathan Ake. Ake again drops to a walking pace and then turns back towards his own goal. Plays it to Ruben Diaz. Lots of defensive passing going on for Manchester City. Now right with Walker. One-touch pass. Linking the play from Silva out wide. And again, try and switch the play. Intercepted by Milner. Milner surges forward, and it's a nice ball through to Núñez. He's got options either side. Chooses Salah on the right. Salah looks up for the cross. Dinks it in for Núñez! Oh, the chance for handball. It wasn't the best of headers. They are absolutely adamant it's a handball. Núñez with a free header. He heads it down, and it's a really poor header. He basically heads it down towards his own feet. But he's saying on the bounce, it's hit the arm of Ruben Diaz. Let's check the replay now. It is a handball. That's why the header looks so poor. Apologies to Núñez. It's not a bad header, actually. It's going across goal, but it hits the hand of Ruben Diaz and just drops dead at their feet and is cleared away. VAR will surely check this one. The arm's away from the body. It's one of those, again, where we see them given. It's harsh on the defender, but by letter of the law, you would say this is a penalty. But I've seen them go either way. The Liverpool players crowding the referee here. The referee just having a listen in his earpiece to see what's going on. And he's going to go and check the monitor for this. This could be a Liverpool penalty. Craig Pawson goes over to the monitor. And as I mentioned earlier, normally when the referee's asked to check the monitor, you often see the decision go the other way. So we're just watching the VAR feedback now. I think he's going to give this. If you look at how far out the leg is by Ruben Diaz, the fact that his hand is that far out as well, his leg is at full strength, at full stretch. His hand is pretty much parallel to his knee, if you can picture that. The referee has given the penalty, and it will be a spot kick for Liverpool. I mentioned earlier the impact Núñez has had on his debut, and here he is again. Could he have done better with the header? We won't know because the hand obstructed it. But again, he's in the right place at the right time. He's at the end of the move. He's caused a problem. And this time, he wins a penalty for Liverpool. We're in the 82nd minute now. It'll be, you would wager, by the time this is taken, 83rd minute, as Mo Salah spots the ball. What a time this would be for Liverpool to regain the lead. And they deserve the lead as well in this game. They've played, as many people have said online, they've played like a team that haven't been away. It's a booking there, I think, for Nathan Ake. And I think it's for his attitude towards the referee after that decision. We'll wait for confirmation on that. So Liverpool 1, Manchester City 1, as Mo Salah steps up to the spot. Trent Alexander-Arnold with the opener in the first half for Liverpool. Manchester City back on level terms after Phil Foden's effort was spilled by Adrian and put away by Alvarez off the bench for Manchester City. Mo Salah in the 83rd minute for Liverpool against Ederson in the Manchester City goal. The handball by Ruben Diaz after Núñez header. Núñez, of course, on his debut for Liverpool. The referee blows his whistle. Mo Salah takes a step to the right, runs towards the ball, hits it low and hard in the bottom corner, and it's 2-1 to Liverpool. No mistake there from Mo Salah from the spot, bottom right-hand corner. The goalkeeper goes the right way, but that is unstoppable. Liverpool 2, Manchester City 1. Flares go off from the Liverpool fans as they celebrate behind that goal in front of their fans. Salah with his 3 steps to the right, goes up to the ball and then hooks it into that bottom right-hand corner. The goalkeeper so close to getting that, but the pace on the ball, he's got there, he's covered that corner, but he's just not there quick enough. The ball is record pace, straight into the bottom corner. Goalkeeper can't get there in time. 2-1. We were looking particularly today at the debutants up front for both sides. Erling Haaland for Manchester City and Núñez for Liverpool. And I have to say, despite the fact that Haaland had an extra hour to show us what he could do, Núñez is the one today who's come out with more credibility. He's looked really, really good today for Liverpool. He's had a few chances he's got on the end of. He's had more touches, I think, in the last 20 minutes than Haaland had in the entirety of the first half. as Liverpool make another change. Thiago leaves play. Naby Keita replaces him for Liverpool. We're now in the 85th minute, exactly 84 and a half played as Haaland gets us underway for Manchester City. Liverpool 2, Manchester City 1. Mo Salah's penalty regains the lead for Liverpool. Manchester City with a little bit more pace to their play now as they pass the ball around. Chester down there for Bernardo Silva, who tries to get it round Fabinho. Fabinho stands strong and clears the ball away. Nathan Ake heads it back forward. Flicked on by Silva for Man City, but it's all to no avail as Liverpool get the ball back. James Milner on the right-hand side. Drops it to Harvey Elliott. Fresh pace and legs off the bench. Takes one. Tries to go round Cancelo for two. Cancelo does well there to win the ball back. Now Foden into Gundogan. Gundogan drops it to Ruben Diaz. Diaz to Walker. Walker spins quickly. Looks up the field. Trying to play this one long. Indicates and gestures to his teammates to get long. Eventually they do, but he's closed down and Núñez blocks the ball upfield. Drops to Elliott on the halfway line. Elliott to Mo Salah. Salah's got four players around him. Manages to get free on the right-hand side. Great move by Mo Salah. Just slows the ball down. He knows he doesn't need to rush anything. Milner. Elliott on the edge of the box. Elliott through to Naby Keita. Keita takes a touch, has a shot. Blocks by Nathan Ake for a Liverpool corner. 86 minutes played. Liverpool 2, Manchester City 1. Liverpool corner on the right-hand side in front of the travelling Liverpool fans who have sold out their side of the King Power Stadium. Mo Salah leaves the ball for James Milner to come and take the corner. He applauds the travelling fans. Plays it quickly and short to Mo Salah. Back to Milner. Not holding it in the corner. Milner spins his man. Puts the ball into the box. Free header for Núñez. Just wide of the far post. Liverpool not finished yet. Still trying to make chances and create goals here. Milner just literally just dummies the beautiful bit of play from him. He's just using all his experience. Alvarez comes in to close him down. Completely sells him. Goes on the right foot. Puts it in for Núñez. Nathan Ake ducks down watching the ball. And the header wide by Núñez, who's still finding his feet but has caused problems today. He's had a penalty appeal, which correctly was not given, but nonetheless got into that position. He had a chance one-on-one, but the flag went up again, correctly for offside, but there wasn't a lot in it. And then, of course, won the penalty, which, as it stands, has given Liverpool the winning goal. And that header there just wide as well. Oh, and that's awful from Manchester City. Robertson just steals the ball off the toes of the defender, runs towards goal, has a shot, and it is high, wide and handsome from Andy Robertson. But there's been a lot of loose touches today from Manchester City. Liverpool have put the ball forward. When they have won the ball, they've lost every second ball. And that happened again there, and Robertson had a chance. He loves to have a shot occasionally, but that one's over the bar. "88 minutes played at the King Power Stadium, 2 minutes plus added time left for Manchester City to try and get back on level terms again in this game. Liverpool 2, Manchester City 1 is the latest score. Liverpool with the throw-in, thrown back to Matip, who goes all the way back to Adrian. He's being closed down by Alvarez, plays it to Fabinho. Fabinho to Matip, Matip with the run through the players. Finds Keita with plenty of space in the middle of the park. Núñez makes the run. Keita sees the run. Great slide to block the ball by Nathan Ake. And now the ball is back with the goalkeeper Ederson. He pumps it long. Haaland jumps way too early. He's landed again before the ball's reached him, which makes it easy for Matip to gather, but he catches him on the way down. Matip is down. In fact, it's Van Dijk, apologies, who was caught there by Haaland in the face. Haaland literally jumps and lands before the ball reaches them. And he's just got that arm just trailing out. Yeah, he smashes him straight on the chin. So Van Dijk just goes down, takes it well. And the breaking play means Liverpool can make another change in the 90th minute. And it is Luis Diaz who makes way for Liverpool. He looked good again today. He settled into the side so quickly last season. He's looked good again today, and it's new boy Fabio Carvalho, who comes off the bench for his debut. Recently signed from Fulham over the summer. Won't have long to wait to see his old teammates as Liverpool travel to Craven Cottage for their season opener and the Premier League opener. Lunchtime kick-off next Saturday. I say Premier League opener, apologies. Crystal Palace, of course, host Arsenal on Friday. All London derby as a curtain raiser. At a time now in progress in this game, 7 minutes added on by the fourth official as Manchester City looked to carve out an attack. Haaland gets a touch on it. It looked like he was in an offside position, and it also wasn't particularly a potent touch. Foden's got the ball on the edge of the box now. Rodri chips it out wide for Kyle Walker, who drops it short to Bernardo Silva. Back to Walker as they try and get this ball into the box, but Liverpool holding them off really well. Keita challenges Bernardo Silva as he looks to get the ball in. Back to Walker once again. Played short to Alvarez. Plays it short to Foden on the edge of the box. A lovely bit of footwork for him to keep the ball. Out to Walker and Bernardo Silva. Carvalho sees that one out. And it's a goal kick, but City not happy about that, saying it should be a corner. And it is indeed a corner in the end. Yeah, Bernardo Silva was particularly not impressed with that. He was certain it was a corner. 1 minute of the 7 added on played. 6 to go. As City take this corner. Goes to the far post looking for Ake. Misses. He's not looked very good in the air at all today, Nathan Ake. Foden gets it in again from the left-hand side. Overhits. It's kept in play. I'm sure the flag will go up for that. It has gone up. The ball's in the back of the net, but it had gone out of play. A back heel kept it in play before the ball was put in the back of the net, but it had gone out. And the linesman had the flag up pretty promptly. There was a foul in there as well on, I think it's Mo Salah who's tripped. The ball's got about 5 yards out of play before Haaland eventually put the ball in the back of the net. It was never going to be allowed to stand. Time running out for Manchester City. Haaland does have the ball in the back of the net on his debut, but quite rightly ruled out for offside. Ball pumped forward by Adrian from the goal kick. Bounces over to Nathan Ake, who gets it away only as far as Harvey Elliott. Núñez gets round Cancelo, and as he tries to get round Nathan Ake, he slides in, and Núñez is down holding his ankle. So Liverpool throw in when play resumes. 2 minutes and 15 of the 7 added on played. And a pause in play now, yeah, you can see just sort of scissors around his ankle there, Nathan Ake. Slides, wins the ball, puts it out, but he has one leg either side of Núñez's ankle. And they always come keen. But he's back on his feet, which Liverpool fans will be relieved at with their injury luck. 2.5 minutes played. Milner with the ball in his hands for the throw-in. Throws it short for Salah. And interesting. They've given a City free kick there. The ball bounces. Salah goes up to head it. A Manchester City player goes down. He's got his hands... Salah's got his arms down by his side, jumping like a pencil. And they've given a free kick there against Mo Salah. Jurgen Klopp pulling the face that I'm pulling as well. But nonetheless, 3 minutes have gone. Oh, it's a poor free kick anyway. And Milner wins it, heads it forward for Núñez. The goalkeeper has to come out of his box to clear that one because he beat the defence. Liverpool pick the ball up. And it's Fabio Carvalho with the ball. Drops it wide right to Mo Salah. Salah with a bit of space. Chips it to the far post. Robertson heads it in. Núñez! And it's 3-1. And it's nothing short that he deserves. Núñez on his debut. He's looked dangerous. He takes his shirt off in celebration. He's surely won it for Liverpool. And it's a problem of City's own making. It's poor clearances, and they pick the ball up in the middle of the park, get it up the field, and they've made another chance. It's another short cross as well, deep into the box. Liverpool 3, Manchester City 1. It's Bernardo Silva he just chests it straight to Carvalho. Does 1-2 with Keita. Sees Salah on the right, drops it to Salah just outside the box. Salah chips it over to Robertson, who wins the header, and Núñez is on the edge of the 6-yard box, unmarked, and he just dives down, just heads it, diving header past the goalkeeper. easy as you like for Núñez. But again, his positioning has been absolutely exceptional today. Since he's come off the bench in that last half an hour, that's 4 or 5 chances he's made for himself. One of them was offside. One of them, he thought it was a penalty, but it wasn't. One of them was a penalty with the handball, and he's had the header that went just wide, and he's had the header there that's gone in. He's in the right place at the right time. 5 chances in half an hour. Haaland had 2 in the first half. Núñez has been absolutely fantastic since he came off the bench. He does now receive his yellow card, of course, for removing his shirt. He won't mind that, though. He scored on his competitive debut. Liverpool 3, Manchester City 1, as we approach the 96th minute of this clash. Curtis Jones now comes on for Mo Salah for Liverpool, as we now pass the 95th minute. We're into the 96th, 2 minutes remaining for Manchester City. Can they, of all teams, if anybody can get 2 in 2, it's Manchester City, although of course we know that went against them in the Champions League last season. They were on the receiving end of that sucker punch. Surely game over in the Community Shield for Manchester City. Gundogan out wide, Kyle Walker drops it to Bernardo Silva. Liverpool keeping their shape really well. 2 banks of 4, seeing him play it back down the line to Walker. Now it's back to halfway with Ruben Diaz. 2 goals down, chasing the game, playing it back, because Liverpool have just forced them to do that. Lovely ball out wide to Cancelo now, who's at the left corner flag. Tries to chip it past Milner, who chests it down. Appeals for a handball. It clearly hit his chest. And now Harvey Elliott can break away. He's disrupted well there by Rodri. Into the final minute of the 7 added on. Liverpool 3, Manchester City 1. Nathan Ake on the halfway line. Left-footed ball out to the right-hand side for Bernardo Silva. Takes a great touchdown. He's being held off here by Andy Robertson. He's now got Carvalho in support. Drops it to Foden on the edge of the box. Great shot from him. And that was the chance. That was the chance for Erling Haaland on his debut. And he's put it over the bar. It was a great chance. Foden with a great shot from the edge of the box. Great save by Adrian. It all starts here with Bernardo Silva.